Hey, this is Derek from Boise Cylinder Head Services. Hi to everybody. Missed you. We're back and doing videos. Today we have a 1974 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead that needs a spark plug insert. It had a helicoil in there, a little metal wire in there that I already removed. But we are going to put in this insert here. It's aluminum. It's good for heat transference and eliminates a lot of issues that the helicoil and other metal inserts cause. But we're going to install this thing right here. We got our kit all set up. First step, I'm going to use this reamer to hog out that hole so that we can tap it and thread this thing in there. So we got a little WD for lubricant. We're just going to jump right into it. So a little WD. Some people prefer oil, but WD is just fine. I do have a clamp here that I'm going to clamp this thing down with. Normally we use our seat and guide machine, but for a better camera angle, we decided to go over here on a bench. And for anybody who doesn't have a seat and guide machine, you can do the rest of it. All right, here's our reamer. I'm just going to go right on through till the whole reamer's all the way through. You want to hold it as evenly as you can. There we go. You can get in, zoom in on that, and take a peek. Just widens that hole out a little bit. I'm going to give it a little puff of air, clean it up. Just has 4 little cutting blades on there that's just going to flatten that and square it up to the hole. A little more. Let's get rid of this clamp here. Want it to clean up all the way around. Oh, that'll do it. You can see I left a little bit there, but we don't want to take too much material out of there. This is already a pretty short amount of threads. So next step here is to take one of these taps, and we are going to thread these threads into it, which will be receptive to these. We can just twist that in afterwards with our other tools. But let me grab some tooling here. A little more WD. This you should probably really use oil for. So we actually got some aluminum cutting fluid that's going to work better on this tap than a little WD. So I'm just going to put a little bit on all this here. I got a little socket that'll go on here. A lot of people prefer to tap it by hand, and you can break stuff pretty easy, damage equipment, but I have this down. So I'm going to just proceed with this. It's going to go right through. Here we go. All right, when it goes all the way through, you know your threads are installed properly. You want to take a look at this, and the tap is completely fine. That's one of the worries when you go through that, is to go by hand so you don't break the bit, but a little bit of proper lubrication, that's no problem. This next step, we'll puff this out with a little air. Take a look at the threads. They're in there, nice and solid all the way through. So next step is we'll clear this out with a little carb cleaner, get rid of the oil and debris. Then we'll put a little sealant on there, tighten in our insert, and we're halfway there. Another little puff of air. We like using this space age adhesive. It's like a fluid weld, and it just does wonders to seal this stuff down. So I'm going to put a little bit on the threads there, a little bit on the threads in the insert. Some people like using a Loctite. This stuff smells like Elmer's glue, but is amazing. Then we just tighten our insert on here. We're going to put a little more onto the insert itself, just to make sure we got it nice and sealed in there. A little bit more. You got a socket. This you want to definitely finish tightening it by hand. We'll get it started with an impact. And after that, you want a ratchet. There we go, it's nice and tight. Next step is to grab part of your kit here. It's an alignment feature. You're going to take this drill. We're going to go through that hole into the insert and partially into the casting. We're going to drill a hole, tap a pin into that hole once we're done, and that's going to prevent it from backing out. So the next step here is to drill that hole. So we have our air tool with our little drill bit on there. Next step is just drill this hole. So we get it in there all the way to the bottom until you can feel it. I like having a little bit of a gap here so I can see how deep I'm going. It's going to be a little noisy, so please hold. Alrighty, I could feel that it went down a significant amount. We have really tiny pins on this, and we don't want to go the full length of the pin. Here's the little pins that we're going to drop in there, and we're going to shear it off. So I got one of these things in here. I'm going to put a puff of air, blow any kind of debris out through that tube. Right, then we can just slide one of these pins in there and it should drop right into place. And we'll tap it in with another little drill bit, shove it down in there. Usually you can feel it shift into place. You just want to give it a little tap. Use a hammer, anything solid will do. Definitely in there. We'll pull that out. Then the next step is to just do a quick jerk and shear this pin off. You can probably hear that little click there. That was the pin getting sheared off. We'll back this thing off and see how we did. Just wipe up this adhesive here, clean it up a little bit. You can really take a look at that. Nice and flush. It's in there. Pretty solid, not going to back out. One thing that we knew was going to be an issue was it protrudes into the combustion chamber quite a bit here. So we're going to take a little tooling and drill that down, grind that down until it's flush, trying not to compromise the combustion chamber. But we're going to move to a different desk area here and grind that down. Alrighty, so we've moved over to our Rottler SGF8. We get a lot of dirt and debris and metal chips over here, so it's better to keep all that collected in one zone. But we're just going to take this Dremel here and grind down this spark plug insert until it's nice and flat. Pretty it up, smooth it out, all that. Always remember to wear your safety equipment. Don't ever want to forget that stuff. We're going to put a little WD on here. It's going to get a little noisy, so enjoy some music or so we got a spark plug here that we're going to tighten into there. It's not the exact spark plug that goes in there, but the thread pitch is the same. We just want to make sure everything's tight and looking good. We did grind this thing up pretty good. Once we get the spark plug in there, we'll know that we did the right thing. Fixed it up good and proper. We could torque it in there, but we know those threads are holding. It's not the prettiest job in the world, but dang is it gonna work. Smoothed out all the edges so we don't have any hot points for pre-combustion. And then, you know, that's a spark plug insert thread repair. The proper way. Those Healy coils just don't do the job. Anywho, like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification thing so you get notifications of our new videos that we're going to start doing again. Thank you, and remember, it's all in your head.